Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Strider is back finally, once again, with another vlog and a new webcam. I'm all HD and high def. Anyway, so this is gonna be the first vlog that I do after IPL5. I know it's been almost 2 weeks now. It's about a week and a half since I get back from IPL5, but I was fixing problems with my computer, and I'll get into that later. So basically, starting off with IPL5. IPL5 was an awesome event. If you haven't gone to any events yet, go to the next IPL. They're going to do 4 a year now, I think, which is completely absurd, and I'm going to become an alcoholic by going to Vegas so frequently, but I'm okay with this. So it was a phenomenal event, even if you guys don't even submerge yourself deeply into the competitive aspect of it. It's a great environment just going to Vegas with a bunch of gamers. It's super fun. Highly recommend it. But starting off the bat, I mean, just from IPL5, the people that were there, it was great. I mean, the pro players, I mean, I got to actually hang out with a couple of the TSM members like Chaos and Special, and that was awesome because we got to take them out, and Chaos actually got him his first Saki Bomber, which was pretty awesome. He's never had a Saki Bomber. It went down smooth. It was pretty good. It hit him pretty hard, though. But yeah, we all went like to get boba a whole bunch and Korean barbecue, and we went with a couple people from Fear. It was just overall, it was just a wonderful experience. I highly recommend it. Dyrus's dad, he's a pimp. At the least I could say, he's he's a very interesting character, but he's freaking balling out of control. No, he's super funny. He's a good guy. I definitely recommend saying hi to him because he's hilarious. He's just hilarious. Just thinking about it, he's just awesome. Good guy. Colby Cheese, he's another YouTube caster. He's actually the one that let me stay in his room in Vegas. He's an awesome guy. I can't say enough good things about Colby Cheese. He's a great guy. If anybody knows him or doesn't know him, make sure to go to his channel, subscribe. He's an awesome person. He does great content. He comes out with like almost 4 videos a day now or something ridiculous, but he's doing awesome. I'm trying to get to do a little bit of work with him as far as maybe some back-end management stuff, but we'll see how that all develops. An interesting story that we had with the pro player and another caster. We had Lawan and Loco Doco. They met up, and Lawan's gonna kill me for saying this, but it was hilarious because Loco Doco just walks up to him, and I mean, Loco Doco's, he's pretty funny. He's kind of trolly, but he goes up to him. He's like, "I know you," and Lawan's like, "No, you don't. No, you don't. Just no, you don't." And then he's like, "You're the other guy that messed up on stream. I knew it." And so it was like, it was a match made in heaven. It was just Loco Doco jacking off on stream, and then Lawan like getting laid on stream. Oh, it was just phenomenal. But it was just super funny, that really awkward conversation between Lawan and Loco Doco. Priceless, absolutely priceless. And Chaos with his freaking Daikon. Daikon's like a big radish. It's like phallic shaped. And he was knighting people. He was like comparing ELO sizes to other people that had like Pocky. It was really funny. So make sure to check out my Twitter. It has pictures on there. It's super funny. We did a little bit of gambling. The first day I was pretty much even. I think I stayed at the $100 I went to the tables with, which wasn't bad, but Colby Cheese was up like $250. I was so pissed off. And I think Scara was down 400. Scara lost like $700 that whole trip. It was hilarious. Well, maybe not for him, but it was hilarious for us. And then, the next day I ended up losing that $100, which is unfortunate because in Vegas you typically go really big or you lose it all. So unfortunately I didn't get anything, but I got some good times and some free drinks out of it. But the second day, oh my gosh, the table wiped out like all 5 of us in probably 10-20 minutes. When the waitress came around to give us our drinks, we were out of money. We were like, sorry. So we just like got completely screwed on that table. It was horrible, but it was still really fun. We did quite a bit of drinking, not a lot, not as much as I expected because it was in Vegas. But then again, a lot of people that are there, since it is a gaming tournament, not a lot of people are over 21. So it was really hard to get, or there was at least one person in every group that was not 21 years old. So nobody wanted to, be a complete asshole and just ditch their friends. And I totally understand that. It was fun. I mean, we still drank. We would hang out with them. We would buy beers and then go up to a hotel room and just chill while we drank beers and hung out with, the underage people, which I don't think is illegal. Drinking around younger people, I don't think. Anyway, it was still fun. We did end up going to the Twitch party at the end, which was awesome. The Twitch party's in the Cosmo, and the chandelier is just like a giant chandelier, like a 2-story chandelier, and you just go in the middle of it, and there's just a bar in the middle of the chandelier. It's freaking awesome. But there's 2 drinks I recommend getting there that I don't know if you can get anywhere else. But one of them's called Serial Killer. It tastes exactly like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So if you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and you like getting drunk, that is the best drink for you. It's fantastic. It's just great. The other one, I keep forgetting what it's called, but we just kept calling it the flower drink because we got like 20 of them. It was pretty good. I think it just had like vodka, Red Bull, maybe a splash of cranberry or something like that in it. But it also came with this little tiny flower, and it wasn't bloomed yet. It was just ball flower. So you would bite off the top of the flower and you would chew it, and it would put like a tingling sensation in your mouth, almost like it was on fire-ish. It wasn't spicy or anything. It wasn't like that. It was just really tingly. It was kind of like your mouth fell asleep. And so it was really cool. And then you could drink the drink, and you could taste it, but it felt really weird. It was almost like drinking and eating Pop Rocks, kind of, maybe. But I also recommend that. Only a couple bartenders there can actually make it, but make sure to order it because it's really, really good. The games there, of course. How can I forget the games? To be honest, at most of the events I go to, I don't actually watch nearly as many games as when I'm just chilling at my house, just relaxing, smoking hookah, and watching the games. When I'm at the event, I'm more socializing with people that I know online, doing meetups, and just having fun overall in general. Especially in Vegas, you can't not do that stuff. It was really enjoyable. My only complaint about it was that there was a couple games where there just was not enough seats in the League of Legends area because they sold tickets to IPL5. And granted, they had Shoot Mania, StarCraft, and League of Legends, but they didn't really segregate it to where, okay, this is a ticket specifically for League of Legends, this is specifically for StarCraft, or this is an all-access pass. Which I agree with, but I don't at the same time because as a lot of people know, a lot of the StarCraft players have also kind of been playing or dabbing in League of Legends. So if it's 2 really big ticket teams, a lot of the StarCraft people, especially if StarCraft was on a break for a half hour, an hour, they would just come to the League of Legends one, which was fine. I have no problems against StarCraft players, but it created just a lack of seating situations, and you see people all over the back. There was like 5 rows of people just standing in the back. So that kind of sucked, and hopefully they'll find something to fix that up in later events. Most likely they will. The tri-casting that they did was phenomenal. I didn't know if it was going to work out. I've always been a little iffy about it because I know when I tried it once on one of my episodes of Completely Obscene Casting, it really just didn't have the flow that I wanted it to. But then again, we were like 3 people that are 100% amateur. That was like way long ago. And we've never really done casting, and we've never really done casting together either. And so that made it more difficult. And so I think it was just possibly the lack of experience that really led up to that. But it was just great. So if you have not seen the games, make sure to watch them now because they're really, really good. That's pretty much it for IPL5. Just go to the next one and always go to them. They're great events. As far as everything else, the other reason why you haven't seen a video from me in a while is because one of my hard drives in my storage RAID crashed. If you don't know much about computers, basically the RAID I have set up is called RAID 0. You have one hard drive here, one hard drive here, and I basically make them work in parallel with each other. So if I'm storing a file, like a file up here, onto a hard drive, it'll actually kind of basically split it up into 2 and put it on put half of the data on this one and then half of the data on this one. So it would just branch off, effectively making it twice as fast. It's kind of like having 2 video cards, just a little bit more efficient than 2 video cards. But either way, one of those hard drives failed, which means all the data on both the hard drives are now corrupt, because this one only has half the data and this one has the other half. Since this one failed, this one, you can't just can't read the information anymore. So that sucked. I had to order new hard drives. I ended up getting Vertex 4s because they were on really good sale at the time. So I got 4 Vertex 4s, and I didn't have any SATA 6 gigabyte slots remaining, so I ended up having to drop one of my video cards. So now I'm only running 3-way SLI instead of 4-way, but I got a RAID controller, which is nice, and then I got 4 of those hard drives and a RAID 0. So now I have a terabyte of super fast speed. As you can tell, I did get a new webcam as well, finally. I knew I was saying it for a while. The other one was like grainy and la la la. It was super weird, but this one looks much better, so I'm very excited about that. I am, however, looking for a couple things. I am looking for a front-end web designer. I have 2 projects going on right now. One of them I'm making a website for myself and my own kind of company thing. The other one is potentially working up a mock-up for Colby Cheese, doing some stuff for him. So if you're interested in doing any front-end programming, we have a really good back-end designer, probably doing like Cake PHP, but we need someone that does like CSS and HTML5, things of that nature. Also, graphic designers never help. Intro, people that can do good intro videos, stuff like that. It's always really helpful. And on this vlog, the most important thing I wanted to say is that I really want to get a streaming schedule for you guys. So a streaming schedule would be like where I actually stream games that I play. And I'm going to be making a whole new series based on it, just called ELO Hell. It's kind of tandem with my ELO Heaven. I know it's kind of cliche and people use it a lot, but I figured since I'm already using ELO Heaven, might as well use ELO Hell when I'm playing, because I'm not 2500 ELO. Most likely I will end up taking this season a little bit more seriously. Last season, the first 2 weeks, I made it up to like 1850, and then I just never played ranked anymore. And then once I started casting, that pretty much took up all my time, or all my spare time I would have done for playing, and I just didn't play at all anymore. So this season, I mean, I've played I don't know, probably 10, 15 normal games just to get back into the swing of things, just so I can get my mechanics up a little bit, because, man, I was terrible when I came back. I've played 2 ranked games and lost both of them, which really sucks. I didn't quite get those recorded because they're on my hard drive that crashed, unfortunately. But all the other ones, they should be up on my YouTube, and they will also be streamed so you can watch. I'll also be doing games with you guys, the viewers. So that should be really fun. I will be doing my Completely Obscene Casting show every Sunday at about, well, it's 3 p.m. Arizona time. And Arizona's weird because it doesn't follow daylight savings time at all. So right now it's 2 p.m. California time, Pacific Standard Time, for those of you who don't quite get it. But it's 3 p.m. for me, 2 p.m. for California. Just keep that in mind. So make sure to tune into that. It's basically where me and a friend will sit here and we'll take drinks. We'll each pick a team and we'll drink depending on what's going on in that particular situation. So it's always really fun. It's always really interesting just to watch games with friends. And this next time, I'm definitely going to be monitoring chat a little more, because I know a couple people were watching and I wasn't responding in chat because I just didn't have it up. I wasn't really paying attention to it. And so people stopped watching, which was very sad. But I will be monitoring chat a lot more now. And so make sure to join us every Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we will be drinking. So bring your friends, bring your alcohol, and make sure you're of legal age, of course, in whatever country that you may be in. And drink with us, pick a team, chat with us in chat, and we'll be more than happy to do any kind of crazy thing that you guys want us to do. If you have any drink recommendations, we're wide open to any of that stuff. So it's going to be really fun. Outside of that, I'm probably going to be streaming probably one game a day, one ranked game a day at about I want to say 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I think that's what I'm going to go for, is 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Don't hold me to that quite yet. I'll release that more next week once I get it. Once I get the rhythm of it and find out what I can do. But most likely it will definitely be on the weekends, strictly on the weekends. During the weekdays, I'll try, but it just kind of depends. I always have a lot going on, so it's really hard to say. And that's pretty much it for this vlog, guys. Thank you everybody for watching and your patience. The last video I released was messed up with the color. I found out what that error was. It was actually in the rendering process in Sony Vegas. There was one little tiny setting that I changed from a recommendation on a video that basically made all that funky weirdness. So yeah, because it didn't actually save all my Vegas settings or my streaming settings, so everything was really messed up. That's why Completely Obscene Casting was in like 360p or something ridiculous. It was horrible. Just don't worry about it. I'll fix it. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and make sure to subscribe and like the videos, and I will definitely see you tomorrow with the new video, since I have the streaming tested and the recordings and the rendering. All the issues are fixed with hardware